Hello, Raven Shri here. As many of you know, I am in the process of restructuring my life so that I can buy an RV and live on the road, be a gypsy. And boy, does this process have so many layers. When I received the message from my destiny calling me forward, in March, that this was the pathway for me to start gaining momentum on. Really where I began was the release process, going through my stuff and donating and really beginning to parse down my material items. And that process has been moving and grooving throughout summer, and I've found my flow in that process. Yes, there's some challenge points with letting some items go, but for the most part, it's moving along. And then I needed to start researching what kind of trailer I wanted. There's so many options out there. And Class C was where I started. I did consider a fifth wheel for a while, and now I've landed on a travel trailer. I have found a model that I like. It's 29 feet long. It is a bit longer than I prefer, just from a towing standpoint and maneuverability standpoint out on the road. However, I also want something that's spacious enough that makes full-time living not be too claustrophobic. And so now that I'm settling in on that model, it is okay, I can buy the travel trailer, but now I also have to buy a truck to tow it, get a half-done diesel truck. And so really sitting with my emotions around that. My Xterra has been paid off for many years, and I really like that. However, I do need a good tow vehicle so that I can climb mountains and do the kind of travel that I'm going to want to ultimately do. And so then it becomes, okay, how do I pay for all of this? You know, there's financial input that's required in this process. And so, and then not only how do I have the initial overlay of cash, but then how do I continue to make money on the road so that I have my monthly expenses covered with grace and ease? And so there's so much to consider with the technicalities of the process. And then to balance some of that more intellectual realm of work, that left brain work, really wanting to bring in the right brain, the creative, intuitive, imaginative piece, and just understand that I'm going to be able to get more of this. Like, this is my medicine, and I get to commune with nature and better connect into the spirit of place, because I'll be sleeping in it, and I will have a much better pulse point into the elements, and having to manage my resources, electricity and water and all of that will make me more eco-conscious, which I definitely want and need to become. And then there's something also that's starting to trickle up underneath all of these different layers, is how I can bring my photojournalistic skills more fully to the table and share imagery and soul stories with you, and increase my connectivity to the world through social media, and share about the places that I've visited and the lessons I've learned in a way that inspires and intrigues people to be more curious about their own soul wholeness as well. And so all of these threads are coming together, and a tapestry is slowly starting to form. And I don't really have all the answers. I sure have a lot of questions. And so I just take little baby steps some days, and other days little baby leaps. And I keep moving in that direction, and knowing that I have a skill set, and I have a passion, and I have a light and a spirit as a resource, and that I am capable of crafting this kind of an adventurous living, both in body and mind and spirit. And so that is a little bit about how all of these dialogue points are moving through my consciousness. And and it's a process, and so I'm in it. And so there you have it, folks. I am continuing to release stuff, and I'm continuing to get clarity on the trailer I want to buy, which I'm really close on getting, and then I'll soon be buying a truck, and then figuring out how to do all of the hitching and the towing and the emptying and the maintenance and all of that on my own, and then figuring out how to make money on the road, and then setting out on the road and letting, you know, the mysteries and the adventures and the curiosities and the interactions and the elements and nature and freedom and all of that stuff continue to mold me and inform me and inspire me, and find a way to open up a link between my experience and you, so that somehow there is an exponential frequency that happens in the world through my living this passion, this soul truth. So that's a little bit about how all of that is continuing to move through my life. So I will keep you updated. So namaste, my friends. Ciao.